The sales world often gets a bad rap, right? I think if you asked 10 people on the streets what they think of salespeople, a lot of them would have a bad perception, right? They think like slimy, trying to screw you, things like that. It's a bad perception of what I actually think is a universal job title, career, whatever it might be. Because regardless of what anybody thinks, we're all salespeople, right? But for professional salespeople, this is something I've been thinking about. And again, I mean, we're all salespeople in the sense of like, again, whether I'm trying to convince my kids to brush their teeth or try to convince your spouse where you want to go to dinner tonight, we're always selling. We're selling our beliefs. We're selling things that we're convicted about, whatever it might be. We're always selling. But in a professional sales environment, meaning you do this for a living, for a career, some people think it's a calling. I don't necessarily think it's a calling. It can be. But I think more than anything, it's a level of development. I think a lot of people come to sales because they don't know what else to do. Maybe they think, oh, I can make a lot of money in sales, or, well, I'm good at talking to people, so I should go into sales. And a lot of times it stops there. They never develop beyond that. And in my opinion, I think those are the people that actually give sales professionals a bad rap. And I think about this saying, and it sticks with me pretty deeply on the world of sales. And I think as a salesperson, we should aim to make a living, not to make a killing. Make a living, not a killing. And what do I mean by that? Because you say that to some salespeople and they're going to be bothered by it. They're like, well, I can make a killing in my career or my industry, in selling because I'm so good. Don't misunderstand me. There are levels of making a living. And some people that are incredible at what they do should be compensated at the level of their ability. Some people are amazing salespeople and they can make sky is the limit. That's okay. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's a bad thing when underdeveloped salespeople go out with the perception of, I'm going to make a killing on this person, because they're not approaching it the right way. That's not about longevity. They haven't developed their skill set where they're actually coming into it, where they're helping that customer, client, buyer, whatever you want to call them, make good choices for them and offer them services that are valuable to them. They're able to find out what their needs are. They're able to, bring tools to the table that actually helps them understand why what they are selling or what they offer is valuable to that person. And that's making a living. That's the long-term approach to sales. The people that come in think they're going to just cowboy up and, shoot fish in a barrel and who cares, right? Made a killing on that deal. Yeah, I bet you don't make that many killings, do you? You make a living. You treat people really well. You develop your skills. You get better at your trade. And over a lifetime, maybe you make a killing in that lifetime, right? Maybe you do really well because you're putting out a ton of energy into what your profession is. You're taking great care of clients. You're doing a good job. And then everything else comes to you. I've worked with a lot of new salespeople over the years, people that come in, and you can kind of get a feel for that. It's the people that, think they're going to get into this and just make a killing because it's sales. It's the wrong way to look at this. Sales is the greatest industry in the world. Like, I love it. It's the best. You work with people all the time, and you are only capped by your own abilities. And it's a lot of fun to develop that. But I cannot encourage people enough. Don't focus on making killing. Don't focus on just let me try and rip these people's heads off. That's how bad people have a bad experience and you get found out. Look at COVID. When that got crazy during COVID, you could make a killing in COVID. You could rip people's heads off. You could do those things. You know why? Because people lost their minds. They were looking for something. And I really respect the people that didn't do that. They stayed true to who they were. They took really good care of customers. And I think long-term, The other ones that didn't are getting found out. Whether they built crappy product, or they didn't take care of their customers, their service sucks, whatever it might be, is flash in the pan type stuff. And we're seeing it. The reckoning is here. It is happening in our industry. And I don't wish ill on anybody. All I wish is that I hope everyone learns and gets better and steps deeper into developing their skill set to communicate better with people, to take better care of people, because that is the only way to play long-term games. If you do this long enough and you take it seriously enough, everything else will come. And this is something that's been on my mind as I've been working with a lot more new salespeople out there, is focus on making a living. Develop yourself, get better at the skills of people. Don't focus on making a killing. Don't focus only on the money. Don't focus on that stuff. You need to drive revenue. You need to have deals coming. You need to have pipeline, all those things. Those are the basics. But if you focus on taking really good care of people, I truly believe those people will always take care of you. Your deal flow, your pipeline, whatever you want to call it, will always be full because you are known for taking really good care of others. So that is my Monday motivation of today, is on the pulpit a little bit. Take really good care of people and everything will work out. Make a living, not a killing. Appreciate you guys for watching. I love you. Talk to you soon.